you're logging onto YouTube and seeing 10 different channels post how there is going to be a huge stock market crash, yet stocks right now are going higher. Welcome to the Money Making Market channel, where we discuss technical analysis and go into the charts to see if we can tell where price is going to go next. And the first thing that we need to tackle is Apple. Apple is something that we discussed in yesterday's video, and we saw these two bottoms here. And if you go into the shorter time frames, you are going to see nice divergences that could lead to a pop when data comes out. So that's the important part when looking for these types of pops. You want to make sure it's in line with some kind of data drop or something that needs to happen. And we got good data this week, or at least data that the market liked, and that's going to cause a reaction. We actually said that Apple was going to come up and test this yellow line I have across here, and it looks like it is surpassing that, meaning it is in this big resistance zone, and we can probably expect that to go all the way up to 191.19. So look for that and look for a reaction off of these levels. We do have more data coming out throughout the week that could shake things up, but for now, the yields are coming off, and that is causing tech stocks to bounce. As you can see, the yield is coming off. Yesterday we discussed it should come down even further, possibly to the bottom of this channel, possibly for a retest over into these areas. TLT is not getting the biggest reaction, but I do still believe it is going to come up into this resistance zone. As you can see, there's tons of supply here, here, here. This whole area right in here is going to be a big zone for the yields, and I believe that's when we are going to see a turnaround, because Jerome Powell has told us again and again that even though the data looks okay, he's still going to raise rates until he hits that target of 2% inflation. So keep that in mind. Even though the stock market is going up, we are still in a rate-raising campaign that can lead to stocks going lower. The SPY, we're seeing this big bounce. Everyone has this head and shoulders drawn out. And we said the thing that would fake the market out is everyone thought the head and shoulders would stop possibly right here, right at this bar on Thursday, the 24th of August. I said this is probably going to be an ABC pattern. We are seeing that complete, and most likely from here, I definitely think it's got a very, very high probability to at least go test the gap resistance somewhere around 453. We might see a slight pullback from there and maybe even go a little higher, if not all-time highs, before we see some kind of shakeup in the market. You have to realize there's data coming out next week that could possibly shake the market. There's data that's coming out Thursday, Friday that could shake the market. So just keep a close eye on those short time frames. Don't get caught into the FOMO, because this is going to fade. This is going to die out pretty quickly. But we are looking for that right shoulder to form. As long as this move here does not go above the head, then this would still be considered a head and shoulders pattern. Just real quick, let's see if there's anything different with the Qs. The Qs are doing a similar thing. The thing I like about the Qs is there is this trend line that goes all the way back to January 5th of 2023. And if we just blow that up and we draw a simple trend line all the way across, we're seeing this could be an area, possibly tomorrow, possibly Friday, we test, which is a retest of this broken trend line, and then maybe that is the time where we start to see a downfall, and we can actually take a quick little measurement here of where this possibly could go. Let's just use this right here, and we would expect it to possibly come and meet its 200-day moving average somewhere around the price of 330 on the Qs. So pretty cool. Just stay in tune with everything. Make sure you know what data is coming out. Right now, I'll tackle that. So today, there wasn't really anything notable. Yesterday, we did get the jobs opening. It did come a little lower than expected, so the market did like that. But tomorrow, the big news is going to be this PCE. The PCE is going to shake the market one way or the other. Right now, we're in a time where sometimes good news is good news, sometimes bad news is good news. So you just more want to see how the market is reacting from the data, see the levels that it's hitting, and then make a decision after the moves are made, probably within the first hour of trading. So by 10:30, get your charts out, start looking, and see what you can kind of come up with based on your trading style. The bigger, more important numbers are going to be non-farm payrolls and unemployment. If these things start to tick up, if unemployment starts to tick up, then we're going to see the risk of recession start to go up as well. So that employment numbers. But the weird part is the Federal Reserve wants that to happen. So the market could initially see that as good news. Like I said, that's why it's important maybe to stay out of it and then react once the move is being made. Once the levels that you're looking at are being broken, take your trade and move on from there. So in conclusion, we are in crazy times. Everyone is screaming crash at you, but the important part is to pay attention to the charts. Crashes do not happen overnight. Okay, they don't happen overnight. It takes time and there are going to be bounces. And this is one of those bounces that is going to possibly set up a lower high that traps people in, and then they get the rug pulled from beneath them. So stay patient, react. Don't try to predict what's going on. Just react to what the charts are telling you, and you will be just fine. Okay, so if you found anything in this video helpful, eventually I am going to give you some of my trade strategies, even in shorts form as well. I'll give you very basic ones. So if you please do me a favor, help me out, like the video, and subscribe if you found anything helpful. Peace.